Hello my doves, what's up, welcome back to Afrodite by Olympia. Today's video is going to be about the long-awaited Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami. This is my first impressions, demo and review. I know you guys have been waiting patiently for my next upload, and listen, I wholeheartedly apologize. I've had some things going on in the background, so things have been a little bit tough. I've had study and assignments due and it's just been crazy. But I'm here, I'm sitting down. I've sat down to do this video so many times and I don't know. You know when you lose your mojo here and there, but as long as you get back to what you feel like you should be doing and get back on track, that is all that matters. Never give up, all that good stuff. But yes, I'm finally sitting down to do this video. I will go ahead and run that intro so we can get into it.
From the top, drop that, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, you lay back in the cut, what's up?
Okay guys, here is the bronzer. This is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami, and I know you guys have been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this. It's been sitting on my desk for 2 whole weeks and I'm just like, I need it. Why? Why is it taking me so long to get this done? I do apologize, guys. I know I apologized earlier, but I do sincerely do apologize that it took me so long to get my shit together. But you know, we're here now. So this is the shade here. I'm also got in my hot little hands the Sculpting Bronzer Brush by Fenty. I was thinking of getting the cheek hugging one, but I don't know. I do like to bronze / contour in one, so I thought the sculpting one would be a good option. It's got that tapered top. I like it a lot. So the bronzer retails for 46 Australian dollars. It comes in 8 shades. This one is the deepest. I considered getting the one before it, which was the Cocoa Naughty, but it just looks too light. As you can tell, it does have quite red undertones, which if you've been to my channel before, you will know I absolutely die, same diff, for a red undertone bronzer. This one is all matte. She is all matte, so there's no shimmer to it. A little bit about this bronzer. A long wear transfer resistant bronzing powder in 8 groundbreaking shades, each carefully curated to bring all skin tones to life with an instant sun soaked glow. Yeah, so I'm super excited. So the cheek hugging bronzer brush, the 190, this is my other one, this is the other one, is more for like an all over kind of bronze glowy look. Whereas if you want to do more targeted and sculpting, this is the brush for you, which is the Sculpting Bronzer Brush, which is why I ended up going for this brush over the other one. I might end up getting the other one anyway, because you know, I like to mix up a little bit. But before we go into that, I am going to just talk about the bronzer brushes that I like to use. A little bit of bronzer 101. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, because on almost every single bronze video I do go into bronzer brushes, but I just feel like I do get new people coming to my channel quite frequently, so it's just good to re-educate, and I sometimes discover new brushes, and it's my opportunity to show you guys some new brushes that are out there that are available for you to use. Okay, so like I said earlier, I do like to do a subtle contour with my bronzer. I just find that contour looks a little strange on me, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So the next 3 brushes I'm going to show you are all brushes that I like to use when I am trying to sculpt and shape my face and create dimension using bronzers. So these brushes all have kind of targeted capabilities and are not necessarily for an all over bronze. You can still technically use them for that purpose, but I've got some other brushes that I'll discuss in a little bit that's more catered towards that type of bronzing. So the first one is the Morphe E58. I know people are kind of over Morphe, but honestly, this tapered, really dense brush is really, really good for a bronze that is very kind of targeted and packed on, but yet because it's so fluffy, you're still gonna get kind of very smooth lines and still quite diffused, but more targeted than diffused. So this is a good one. It retails for $21 AUD and it's available at au.morphe.com for my Australian viewers. In the US, it's just a standard Morphe, any Morphe counter, that kind of thing. The next one is my Real Techniques blush brush, which is odd because even though it's a blush brush, I think it's too big to use as a blush brush. I like to use this to bronze. It's got that tapered point. It's able to really kind of get really targeted in there. Picks up product beautifully. This is an OG brush and honestly I think a staple in your brush collection. You can use this for so many things, not just bronzer. You can use it as a blush brush if you want to. I do on occasion, but not, it's in my bronzer category brushes. And yeah, so it's a really good all-round brush. This retails for $24.99 AUD and it's available for Priceline, Terry White, basically anywhere that will sell Real Techniques. iherb.com.au is another one, so it's a good option there. And finally, Benefit Hoola bronzer. This one's a bit dirty, my bad guys. So this is the Hoola bronzer. I like using this with the Hoola Toasted, the new deep shade from Benefit. This will give you a targeted bronze, I kid you not. It picks up a lot of product, so I would suggest going in just the tip and just the tip of what she said. I couldn't. You know me, I had to say it, I had to. So yeah, really good way of targeting the cheekbones. Once again, just tucked up into the contour area, but obviously with a bronzer instead. Excellent brush. It is on the pricier side. This one retails for $42 AUD. It's available at any Benefit counter at Myer, but it's also available online at Sephora or in store at Sephora. So yeah, there's that one. Love, awesome brush. So there are the three brushes that I like to use to get more like a targeted. Now the next three brushes are more of a softer, diffused bronzer look, one that's kind of really kind of a wash of color, just to give the face just a little bit of, you know, some warmth. There's three brushes I like to use with this one. So it's the Real Techniques powder brush. Oh, let's just smash everything. This is the Real Techniques powder brush. This brush is that. She's bad. But she's super soft. I really like Real Techniques brushes, hey. So this one here in itself has the ability to give a very diffused look. You can't really target bronze with this one at all. The next two brushes one of the brushes I'm gonna show you, you kind of can do both. But this one is purely for a really soft wash of color. It's an excellent powder brush. Really good for other powder products as well, but I do like to use it to get like a soft diffused look. Sometimes I'll go with a targeted look and then I'll diffuse it out with this brush and it works perfectly well for that. This retails for $27.99 AUD. Once again, it's available at Priceline, Terry White, yeah, all the chemists basically. The next one is a little bit pricey. But not as pricey as one I've got coming. Anyway, so this is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Airbrushed Powder and Bronzer Brush. I live. This brush is so soft. It is probably the softest brush I've ever used. You will definitely get, it does take up a lot of surface area, so you can actually kind of body bronze with this as well, which I really like too. Live for this brush. Unfortunately, it does cost $68 AUD, available at Sephora. I think that's the only place you can get It Cosmetics here in Australia is Sephora. So yes, awesome brush, nice big surface area as you'll come see. There's no tapered top, it's just purely for diffused looks. Okay, the last brush I'm going to talk about, and possibly, that's not it, my absolute favorite brush. The reason why it's my favorite brush, even though it's the most expensive out of all of them, is because it is so versatile. I can get both a diffused look and a contoured kind of structured look with using this brush, depending on how I apply it. This is the Marc Jacobs The Bronze brush, literally what it's called, the Bronze. This retails for $105 AUD. It's available at Sephora, sephora.com.au, and I love it. It's the brush that I'm going to be using today to apply my bronzer on one side, and I'm going to use the Fenty one on the other, just so you guys can see a little bit of a difference, you know, with a soft diffused look and then more of a sculpted look. But this brush, I kid you not, can do both. Like, it can do everything these other brushes I showed you. Oh Jesus. These other brushes I showed you can do. This can do all of that. I mean, they basically all cost the same price as one of these, technically. But if you really want to invest in a luxury brush and you're looking to find one that's more versatile, this is it, because you can use this for like to powder, you can use this for blush. It's got a fine enough point to blush with it. I'm telling you. I know it's pricey and realistically you can get cheaper options. I know, I get it. But I'm bougie. I mean, if you've been to my channel before, you know this by now. But yeah, so this is an awesome brush. I'm gonna be using both of these. And yeah, let's get into the demo portion, which is why I am talking hella fast, because I really just want to put this bronzer on. I'm gonna zoom you guys right up in here so you can see both sides and how this color goes on me and see my first impressions. So let's do that right now. Oh, you guys are so close. Okay, are you ready? Look at her. Look at her. It's like delayed gratification right now, guys. Oh my god, I hope I really like it. I think I'm going to. I didn't really swatch it on my hand. I was like, that's fine. You guys will see it on my face. So let's get in there. Let's pick up some product. Gonna slowly build. Oh guys, are you kidding? You guys, that looks amazing. So I'll just go straight on so you can see bronzer side, no bronzer side. So that's obviously got nothing going on there. It's just got the perfect amount of red. Oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love that. Are you kidding? Stop it. Riri. You guys, she bloody did that. Like, she did that. Alright. I'm gonna go in with the Marc Jacobs brush. Going in, picking up the product. Doesn't really fly off or leave residue behind, which is interesting. And we are now going to go ahead and do like a more diffused that's what like a more diffused bronze looks like. So more sculpted, a little bit stronger. This one's softer, more natural looking. I personally prefer this one, like the more sculpted. So you guys seen enough, because I'm gonna sculpt up this side using the Marc Jacobs brush. Oh guys, this is my new favorite bronzer. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is... Riri can just have my life at this point. She can just have my life. Like, are you kidding me? Like, just stop it. Like, okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys out and finish the rest of my face, highlight, blush, lips, all that good stuff, and we'll be back with my final thoughts. Yes, we will. Okay guys, I'm back with a full beat. As you can see, I've got everything else on now. Let's talk about this bronzer. Where is she? Here she is. Okay, I'm just gonna go out and say it. This is possibly... Oh, should I say it? I don't know if I should say it. This is probably my most favorite bronzer. There is no kicker. You can build it up so easy. You can start off really light. I know you can say that with a lot of powder products, but some powder products are just so pigmented. You're like, ugh. Like my Hoola Toasted. I find I have to go on it like with a light hand, especially if I'm using the Hoola bronzer brush. It can get stuck sometimes and just deposit a little bit too much product, and then I have to work to kind of build it down. This you can start off so lightly and just build it, or you can start off heavy and go from there, and it still looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, are you kidding? I absolutely adore it. It's got the perfect amount of depth, the perfect amount of red, the perfect amount of brown. I feel like it is Maui Nights, but without the shimmer. You can see that. But I absolutely adore it. It was so easy to apply. The sculpting brush, I like it. It was okay. I mean, I feel like it's a bit too small. It's really good around my forehead area because my forehead is so small. I found it really easy to kind of target around those areas. But when it comes to my cheeks, I will probably stick to the brushes that I showed you guys earlier in this video. They are perfect for this. It's a good size pan. It's, didn't say how many, there's 6.23 grams worth of product in here. That's 0.22 ounces, and it's a lot. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. As you can see, my face looks not sculpted, but it looks like it's got a lot of dimension to it. In terms of you know, longevity, I haven't been wearing this very long, probably about an hour now, and look, it's still there. Like, it hasn't budged or flaked off or, you know, brushed off or anything like that. Those are my thoughts. I don't know why I sound like that. Those are my thoughts, guys. I like, I love, I live, I die. It's good. I would recommend it for sure. She's good. She's doing some things. I like it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.